What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now today, I'm going to tell you guys how my real estate portfolio, how my rental properties did for the month of July. I'm going to give you guys all the numbers, how much money I brought in, how much money I ended up keeping at the end of the month after paying all my expenses. And I'm also going to talk about if I had to evict anybody and any changes that I've noticed since this whole pandemic has been going on. I mean, we're 3 months, 4 months into it right now, so it's kind of a weird spot we're in right now with society. This is the first time it's ever happened, and there's a lot of changes. So I want to let you guys in on the down low from a real estate investor standpoint. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I've been training and fighting my whole life. I began making money when I got to the UFC. I had 14 fights there, and ever since I had my first fight in 2012, I took my money and basically all of it, and I bought a single family home in Michigan. My thoughts behind this was growing up when I was a fighter, I was crashing on people's couches, and I really was making $20 stretch all week for food. I remember going to the local store and getting 5-6 packs of ramen noodles for 20 cents a piece, and even getting some 2 for $1 brownies. Yeah, back then I didn't know anything about nutrition, but that was the come up. That was the hustle of trying to make it being a mixed martial arts fighter. So I made sure when I got to the UFC, I wanted to be smart with the money I was making. And I made around $50,000 right off the Ultimate Fighter. And after I won my first fight, I remember thinking to myself, what am I going to do with this money? And I thought, hey, at the end of the day, I don't want to be a broke, beat up fighter living with his mom. So I was like, I might as well get a house. And that's what I did. It was in 2012, so the economy and the real estate market was still down. So you can say it was a luck and it was timing, because I ended up buying that house for very cheap, and I still own it till this day. It's been a wonderful investment for me. Each month I get cash flow from it, and I've had tenants staying there for up to 7 years. Now, over the years, I've had that cash flow, and then also because of the luck of the timing, the market went up. So I've actually had hundreds of thousands of dollars in equity in this property as well. So that was my very first taste of real estate investing, and since 2012, I kept the same game plan. I basically fight, take all my money, buy real estate that provides cash flow. I take all that cash flow, I save it, and I buy more real estate. I buy properties primarily in the Midwest, and I buy duplexes, single family homes, and I even own a quadruplex or 4 units. And to this day, I own 20 properties overall, and I have 30 doors or tenants. Because remember, when you buy a duplex, you have 2 separate tenants. If you haven't checked out my video yet on revealing my whole real estate portfolio, make sure to check it out on this channel, because it's pretty awesome. I give you guys insights on what I paid for the properties, what they make, and give you guys just a real inside look into a real estate investor's life. So before we get into the actual numbers in July, it's important to take note of a lot of funny stuff is going on in the economy right now. We have unemployment money going on, which is actually about to run out. We have government stimulus, which has been handed out, and they're talking about giving out another round. We have eviction bans across the country, which are just now getting uplifted. So that's going to be interesting to see how many landlords are going to be flooding the gates trying to evict people. And on top of that, we have mortgage forbearance, which is basically saying that people can kick the can down the road if they've had hardships affected from the whole pandemic going around. I'm not going to say what it is because YouTube doesn't like that, but there's definitely something going on that's affecting a lot of people. And the government is telling the loan companies to let the people that have loans not have to pay until 3 months, 6 months, and they can kick that can down the road when they're actually in a better position to be able to pay it. Doesn't mean that they don't have to pay it, it just means that they have more time to pay it. And on top of all that crazy stuff going on, people are out here smashing thumbs up buttons, people are out here smashing subscribe buttons so they can keep getting some awesome content. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Things are changing by the day, and this is the first time in the history of the United States that we've been in this situation, where the government has had to bail out the economy and where there's a lot of unknowns right now. So something different that I noticed this month compared to all the other months since 2012 is that there's a lot more turnovers in my real estate portfolio. Now, what's a turnover? Basically, it just means that somebody is moving out. Somebody's moving out of our rental property, and we're gonna have to get somebody new in there. And there's a wide variety of reasons why people were leaving. We had 6 total, and they range anywhere from personal reasons is why they were leaving, new job location because of everything that's going on, and a bunch of people were buying their own houses, which is awesome. They're getting out of the renting and they were moving in to getting their own home and kind of really starting to build their family and build their life of somewhere they're going to be for a while. But it was very strange to me because out of my whole history of owning real estate, we never had so many turnovers at once. So it's just something to keep an eye on, and I'm interested to see how this plays out. Luckily, we have properties that are in great locations, and we didn't have trouble getting anybody new into them. We basically put them up for rent, and we had a lot of calls, a lot of hits, and a lot of leads, and we were able to fill those units very quickly. So let's get into some numbers. Overall, in the month of July, we brought in $25,220 of rental income. This is for all the tenants, all the rents received. Now, this is what you would call gross, and we don't get to keep all that. Now we have expenses like mortgages, taxes, insurance. We take out money every month for vacancy. We take out repairs and maintenance money, basically around 10% of our gross, because you got to remember, you got to plan for the roof getting bad one day, stuff breaks down, stoves, washers, dryers, furnaces. So we take that out every month. And we have utilities, lawn care. So there's a lot of expenses that go into a monthly billing cycle for our real estate portfolio. Our total expenses for this month were $17,985. So that left us with $7,235 that we keep in what's called cash flow. I love cash flow. That's my favorite words. Cash flow, cash flow, cash flow. Now, we're keeping an eye on the real estate portfolio. We're staying proactive with it, and we're kind of interested to see where this market goes, if people are going to have trouble paying rents, or if we're kind of over that hump and now stuff's going to be getting back to normal. We don't really know because this is our first time going through this whole situation, but we're going to stay proactive on it, and I'm going to keep you guys informed as well. And before I go, I did not have to evict anybody this month. We had no evictions, and we've been working with all the tenants on getting payment plans structured and understanding and having empathy for the whole situation that's going on right now. So no evictions, and we'll see what happens in the future, if people are still going to be paying their rent, if they're going to be able to, and where we go with this whole pandemic. That's all for today, guys. Make sure to drop a comment, let me know, and until next time.